50 Cent has been working on this documentary for almost 2 years. The footage he has is insane. The people he got speaking about Diddy is ridiculous.
I uncovered every secret from the last 30 years, and I have given all the proofs of who was involved with Diddy. I have presented the videotape of Diddy's parties as evidence. Now no one can save Diddy and the other celebs. Jay-Z, all of them were Diddy's handlers. After watching the rest of the documentary, you'll understand that.
If the internet had a volume knob, somebody just snapped at OFF because the moment 50 Cent dropped news about a Netflix documentary touching Diddy and Jay-Z, timelines didn't just react. They erupted. And no, this isn't your average new doc dropping soon situation. This is giving full pull back the curtain. Who said what behind closed doors? Why is everybody suddenly nervous type energy? Now imagine this. Sure, scrolling, vibing, minding your business. And then boom, headlines start flying. Clips start circulating. Okay, people are saying this documentary is about to shine light on things that were never meant to be seen publicly. And just like that, the entire conversation shifts from casual curiosity to hold on, what are we about to find out? 'Cause, let's be real, when names like Diddy and Jay-Z enter a narrative like this, the stakes automatically go through the roof. These aren't just artists. These are power players, industry icons. It's the kind of names that don't get casually mentioned without people asking questions. And the internet. Oh, it didn't ask quietly. You had one side saying 50 Cent is about to shake the whole industry. Others were like, nah, this is going to be blown out of proportion. And then, of course, the chaos crowd showed up like, oh yeah, this is about to be a movie, refreshing their feeds like they didn't want to miss a single update. But here's where things get uncomfortable, because this isn't just hype. It's implication. It's the idea that there might be layers too, stories people thought they understood. And when someone like 50 Cent steps in with a project like this, oh, people don't just watch. They analyze, they speculate, they dig. So now the real question is this documentary actually exposing something major? Or is it about to send the internet into another spiral of theories, reactions, and chaos? Let's rewind this whole situation, because when 50 Cent gets involved in anything remotely controversial, it's never random. This isn't someone who just drops projects quietly and hopes for the best. No. This is calculated, strategic, and always wrapped in just enough mystery to make the internet spiral before anything even officially releases. And the moment his name got linked to a Netflix documentary, even hinting at Diddy and Jay-Z, the vibe instantly shifted from new content to wait. What is really about to be shown? Now, here's where things get interesting, because this didn't start with a trailer, a teaser, or some polished announcement. It started with whispers, small mentions, subtle hints that something was coming. And you already know how the internet handles hints. Doesn't wait. It builds theories. It connects dots. Starts asking questions that don't even have answers yet. At first, people weren't sure what to think. Was this just another project? Was it storytelling, or was it something deeper? And the more those questions floated around, the more attention it pulled. Because when you mention powerful names in the same breath as a documentary, people don't scroll past that. They stop. Meanwhile, clips and conversations started resurfacing. Old interviews, past comments, moments people didn't think twice about before suddenly felt relevant again. It was like the internet hit rewind and started replaying everything, trying to figure out if there were signs all along. And once that energy kicks in, there's no slowing it down. Now add 50 Cent's history into the mix. This is someone known for speaking his mind, for calling things out, for stirring the pot in ways that always get people talking. So when he is connected to something like this, the expectation automatically rises. People aren't just expecting content, they're expecting impact. And that's exactly where the tension starts building. Because now it's not just about a documentary. It's about what people think is going to be revealed. Some are saying this could expose sides of the industry that don't usually get talked about. Others think it's being overhyped, that the internet is doing what it always does, turning speculation into something bigger than reality. But here's the problem. There's no clear information yet, just fragments, hints, conversations, reactions. And when the internet only has fragments, it fills in the blanks. And those blanks? Oh, they get filled fast. Suddenly, timelines are full of theories. People breaking things down like they've already watched the documentary. This is what it's not about. No, it's deeper than that. You don't even know the half of it. And somehow, every take sounds confident heaven when nobody actually knows. And then came the shift. Because what started as curiosity started turning into anticipation. And anticipation, that's where chaos begins. Because now people aren't just asking questions. They're waiting for a trailer, waiting for confirmation, waiting for anything that can either validate the theories or completely flip them upside down. And in the middle of all this, Diddy and Jay-Z. Names that carry weight, names that don't just trend. They dominate conversations. And the moment they get pulled into a narrative like this, even indirectly, the stakes rise instantly. Because now it's not just about a project, it's about reputation, perception, influence, and the idea that something hidden might be brought into the spotlight. That's enough to send the internet into overdrive. But here's where things get even more intense. Because the more people talk, the more the narrative grows. And the more the narrative grows, the harder it becomes to separate what's real from what's assumed. And that's exactly where we are now. A situation built on speculation, curiosity, queuing, rising tension, waiting for one moment, one reveal, one piece of information that could either confirm everything or change the story completely. And just like that, the internet didn't just react, 10 went into full-blown meltdown mode. The moment whispers about 50 Cent's documentary started gaining traction, timelines didn't just light up. They exploded. TikTok turned into a non-stop theory factory. Twitter became a battlefield of hot takes, and Instagram, that turned into a highlight reel where every repost felt like a new episode dropping in real time. Now here's where things got completely out of control. The experts showed up. You know, the type people who suddenly became industry insiders overnight, breaking down every rumor, every mention, every possible angle, like they had exclusive access to the documentary itself. This is definitely exposing something big. No, it's deeper than that. Y'all don't even know what's coming. And somehow every take sounded convincing, even though nobody had actually seen the full picture yet. And then came the split. Some people were hyped, saying this could shake the industry and reveal things that have been hidden for years. Others were skeptical, calling it overhyped and saying the internet was doing what it always does, turning speculation into something bigger than reality. And then there was that third group, the chaos watchers, sitting back like, yeah, this is about to be messy, refreshing their feeds like it was a live show they didn't want to miss. Meanwhile, clips started resurfacing, old interviews, past comments. Moments involving Diddy and Jay-Z that people didn't think twice about before suddenly felt different. It was like the internet hit rewind and started analyzing everything with a new lens. Look at what he said here. That sounds suspicious now. This connects to that. It was giving full conspiracy board energy. Dots being connected whether they actually linked or not, and of course, the memes arrived. Because no matter how serious something might feel, the internet will turn it into entertainment. People comparing the situation to a WWE storyline, saying it felt like a surprise plot twist where the main character suddenly reveals hidden secrets. Others calling it Marvel phase, industry wars where every new update introduces another version of the story, and honestly, it wasn't even that far off. Because every hour, the narrative changed. One moment, people were convinced this documentary would expose everything. The next moment, someone dropped a different take. And suddenly, the conversation flipped. Then another clip resurfaced, and now everyone was confused again. It was like watching a storyline that refused to stay consistent, constantly evolving in real time. But here's where things got even more complicated. Contradictions. Different voices started saying completely different things. Some claiming this is going to reveal major truths. Others insisting it's just storytelling, nothing more. One side building anticipation, the other side trying to calm it down. And neither side having full confirmation, and the audience completely divided. Some people were genuinely invested, waiting for answers, hoping to finally understand what's been hinted at. Others were treating it like entertainment, focusing on the drama more than the reality. And then there were those just watching, sitting back like it's a live series unfolding in front of them. And right in the middle of all this noise, the documentary itself, still unreleased, still unseen, still a mystery. But somehow, it's already become one of the biggest talking points online. Because here's the wild part. The more chaotic everything became, the more attention it pulled. Views skyrocketed. Videos went viral within minutes. Channels started covering every angle like it was breaking news. It wasn't just a project anymore, it became a moment. A cycle of reactions feeding more reactions. And once something becomes a cycle, it doesn't slow down, it escalates. Because now people weren't just reacting. They were invested. They wanted answers. They wanted clarity. They wanted to know what this documentary is really about. And when the internet wants answers, doesn't wait, it starts digging deeper. And that's when things took another turn. Whispers started getting louder. Talks about what might be included. Claims that certain things were never meant to be public. Hints that this could shift how people see the industry altogether. And whether those whispers were true or not didn't matter, because the idea alone was enough to keep the chaos alive. Now people weren't just watching, they were waiting for a trailer, waiting for confirmation, waiting for something that could either prove everything or flip the narrative completely. But here's the twist nobody was ready for. What if the documentary doesn't reveal what people think it will? What if the internet has already built a story that doesn't even match reality? And just when the internet thought it had already pushed the situation to its absolute limit, the aftermath started creeping in, and this time, it wasn't loud chaos, it was something heavier. 'Cause what began as speculation around 50 Cent's documentary didn't just stay hype. It turned into pressure. The kind that sits quietly but changes how people move, how they talk, and how they're perceived. You could feel the shift. The same timelines that were loud and chaotic started slowing down, not into silence, but into reflection. People weren't just reacting anymore, they were questioning. Did we jump too fast? Do we even know what's actually in the documentary? Or did the internet build a whole story out of fragments again? Because the more people replayed everything, the more it started to feel like the narrative had grown bigger than the confirmed facts. And that's when public perception began to split. Some people stayed convinced this documentary could change everything, saying even the possibility of hidden layers being exposed was enough to shake things up. Others pushed back, arguing that speculation had already gone too far, that people were reacting to ideas instead of reality. And then there was that middle group, it's the ones stuck in between, trying to separate what's real from what just feels. Real. And right in the middle of all that, Diddy and Jay-Z. Because whether they spoke or not, their presence in the conversation didn't fade, it grew. People started analyzing everything connected to them. Old moments, past interviews. Silence became part of the narrative. It was like the entire internet was watching, waiting for one move that could either confirm everything or shut it all down. And here's the truth about moments like this. Silence speaks. and sometimes speaks louder than any statement ever could. Meanwhile, consequences started settling in. Not the dramatic headline-grabbing kind, but the subtle ones you can feel. The way conversations shifted. The way people became more careful about what they said. The way the entire topic carried a different kind of weight now. Because once something like this starts trending at this level, it doesn't just disappear, it sticks. It becomes part of the narrative moving forward. Whether it's confirmed or not, and here's where things get even more intense. The unexpected realizations. Not one big, shocking reveal, but small details. Tiny inconsistencies. Things that didn't fully match what people thought they understood. Moments that made people pause and rethink everything. Wait, was this overhyped? Was something misunderstood? Or was there actually more to the story that hasn't surfaced yet? Because the more people looked back, the more they realized something uncomfortable. This situation wasn't just one clear storyline. It was layers. Layers of speculation, interpretation, and assumption, all amplified by millions of voices trying to make sense of something they didn't fully understand. And once that realization hits, everything shifts. Those viral reactions don't feel as solid anymore. Those confident opinions start sounding uncertain. And the narrative everyone thought they understood, it begins to blur. But here's the part that keeps this story alive. Even after all the reactions, all the debates, all the chaos, the full truth still hasn't fully surfaced. And that's what makes this feel unfinished. Because in a world where everything is shared instantly, the fact that there are still gaps, still missing pieces, means one thing: there's more to come, and the internet knows it. That's why people haven't moved on. That's why the conversation is still going. Because everyone is waiting for that next moment, that next update that finally connects everything. Will it come from 50 Cent? Will it come from the documentary itself? Will it come from something completely unexpected that flips the entire narrative again? Because if this situation has proven anything, and listen, if your brain isn't spinning right now, I honestly don't know what to tell you, because this story just took us through more twists than a Netflix finale mixed with a courtroom drama and a WWE main event all at once. One minute you think you've got it figured out. The next minute you're sitting there like, wait, what did I just watch? This wasn't just a story. This was a full internet experience. Now I need you to be real with me. What do you think about 50 Cent's documentary and everything surrounding Diddy and Jay-Z? Is this about to expose something big? Or is the internet already doing the most and turning speculation into a full-blown movie? Don't just scroll past like you didn't just hear all that. Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I already KNOW. This topic is about to turn into a wild debate, and let's be honest, the comment section, that's where the real chaos happens. That's where people start connecting dots, arguing back and forth, and somebody always shows up like, I knew this. Like they had insider info the whole time. So go ahead, pick a side, share your theory, or just sit back and watch the madness unfold. Either way, it's about to get interesting. Also, if this video had you hooked even a little bit, don't play yourself, smash that like button, like it owes you money. I'm talking WWE level impact, because you know this story had you locked in from start to finish. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? You're literally front row for the chaos and still haven't hit subscribe. That's wild behavior. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked in, because the moment anything else drops, you already know. We're breaking it down fast, messy, and unfiltered, just how you like it. And remember, the tea stays hot, the drama never sleeps, and the truth, it always finds its way out. This is Secret Scoop, where the stories hit harder, the chaos runs deeper, and nothing stays hidden for long.